So last time we have proved the phenomenon of reflection of light at a plane surface using the Huygens principle, using the plane wavefront. Now we have to prove, we have to explain the phenomenon of refraction of light. So question is asked like this. Question. Explain the phenomenon of refraction of light using plane wavefront on the basis of Huygens wave theory. So we already know the difference between the reflection phenomena and refraction phenomena. A reflection requires only one medium, a refraction requires two media. For reflection, angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. For refraction, I and R, they are never equal, they are given by Snell's law. Refractive index is equal to sin of I upon sin of R, like this. There are two media, therefore there are two different velocities. So here we are considering the boundary between the two media like this. So we will consider the diagram like this. We will give the labeling afterward. So xy is a plane refracting surface means light can pass in either way. So suppose above this xy surface there is a rarer medium like air, and below the xy surface there is any denser medium like glass. So in rarer medium the velocity is considered as v1, in denser medium the velocity is considered as v2. So there are two different speed of light, v1 and v2. v1 is greater than v2. Now on this surface xy in air medium, a plane wavefront is incident like this. ही वेव प्लेन में फ्रंट करने की मेथड में क्या प्रमाण देते? So one point will touch the surface xy. So this angle should be more than 60 degree. So this is a plane wavefront AB. So we know that plane wavefront is obtained from the source at infinity. So the sources kept at infinity here, and these are the different positions of the wavefront. Initial position say, then after time t1 second, t2, t3, t4, t5, t6, etc. So when the wavefront touches the surface xy, its position is shown by AB. Now for AB there are two incident rays. So rays of light means wave normal. So wave normal and wavefront are perpendicular to each other. So through a drop one incident ray PA. याला parallel beam म्हणून काढला. This is QB. So these two are parallel to each other. This is point C. Like this. So AB is a plane wavefront. By definition, all the points on AB will receive the light wave simultaneously. ये जेव्हा एक प्राइमरी वेव या डायरेक्शनने जाणार आहे, ए पॉइंट लेईल तेव्हा दुसरी प्राइमरी वेव बी पॉइंट लेईल. सो ए एंड बी रिसीव द लाइट वेव सायमल्टेनियसली. ही प्रायमरी वेव इथे ए ला टच झाली, ए सेकंडरी सोर्स होईल. बाय हायगेन्स प्रिन्सिपल ए विल बिकम सेकंडरी सोर्स ऑफ लाइट. नाउ द प्रायमरी वेव हैज टू कवर दिस एक्स्ट्रा डिस्टन्स. या वेवफ्रंटपेक्षा ह्या वेवफ्रंटला BC डिस्टन्स जादा कव्हर करायचा आहे, तर तो टाईम जो होतो आपण मागच्याप्रमाणे T सेकंड कन्सिडर करणार आहोत. लेट T इज इक्वल टू टाईम टेकन बाय incident wavefront time taken by the incident wavefront to cover the distance BC in rarer medium. Therefore, distance BC is equal to V1 into T. Say this is the equation small, where V1 is the velocity of light. V1 is equal to speed of light in air, V2 is equal to speed of light in denser medium. In denser medium like glass, like this. So T is a time taken. Now, in the same time T second, when the primary wave touches the point C, the secondary wave starting from A will cover a distance V2 into T, because the speed is now not V1 but it is V2. In when wavefront touches surface xy, then point A becomes secondary source. This is the use of Huygens principle. Point A becomes secondary source and emits secondary waves. In denser medium. The denser medium plus speed V2. Therefore, this point is important. In same time T second, each secondary wave will cover a distance equal to V2 into T. Therefore, to determine, now we are to use the second part of the Huygens principle to determine a refracted plane wavefront. त्याला आपण नाव CD देणार आहोत. To determine the refracted plane wavefront in denser medium. The procedure is like this. Draw a hemisphere in denser medium with center at A and radius is equal to V2 into T. Since V2 is less than V1, therefore V2 into T is less than V1 into T. T is same, therefore radius is less than BC. इथे सर्कलची रेडियस आपल्याला लेस दॅन BC घ्यायची. सो For drawing the figure correctly, radius of the semicircle must be less than BC, like this. तर ही BC जी साईड आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा आपल्याला साधारणपणे हाफपेक्षा जादा 66% अप्रॉक्सिमेटली आपल्याला इथे रेडियस घ्यायची. सो सपोज वी विल टेक द रेडियस अप टू द दिस पॉइंट like this. So this has the radius V2 into T. Now, what is the procedure? You can draw a solid line also. This radius must be less than BC. Now draw a tangent to this hemisphere. It will give the new position, eigenprinciple as second part. The common tangent gives the new position of a wavefront at some later instant of time after refraction through the surface xy. So इथून आपल्याला tangent करायची. So draw the tangent. So this is the point of tangency D. So AD join करा. This angle is 90 degrees because this is the radius of the circle. Radius and tangent they are always perpendicular. So produce it up to the S. आपण नाव मागच्या बरोबर देतो. So AS is the refracted ray corresponding to PA. आता ह्या AS ला parallel line कडे CR. So AS and CR are the refracted ray in the denser medium. Like this. हा डायरेक्शन मधला की एवढा क्लिअर दिसला पाहिजे. So the procedure is like this. Draw a hemisphere in the denser medium with center A and radius is equal to V2 into T. Since V2 is less than V1, therefore multiply both sides by T. V2 into T is less than V1 into T. So V2 into T is the radius of the circle. Radius of the circle, and it must be less than BC using equation 1. So this is equation B. Draw a tangent CD to this hemisphere. Therefore, CD represents a refracted CD represents a refracted plane wavefront in denser medium. इथे CD की विड्थ AB पेक्षा ज़्यादा ही. So AB is less than CD. Like this. Join AD and produce it up to S. Draw CR parallel waves. This is the geometry. So these are the two refracted rays corresponding to two incident rays. This is refracted ray for PA. This is another refracted ray for QC. Like this. Now we have to prove the Snell's law, and for that purpose add again geometry. इथे आपण नॉर्मल करतो. नॉर्मल दोघी मीडियम मध्ये करतात. So MN is a normal. AM is a part in air and this is AN is a part in denser medium. So this is angle of incidence R. This is angle of refraction R. R is less than I. Like this. So draw MN perpendicular to surface XY. Therefore, angle PAM mark the front angle A is equal to I is equal to angle of incidence. This is also equal. Upon markers proof this angle PAB is equal to 90 degree. So this is I. So I plus MAB is equal to 90 degree. MAC is equal to 90 degree. So this is MAB will get cancelled. So this is also I. This is also I. So here proof upon markers this is equal to angle BAC. So there are two values of I like this. Now if this is R, this is 90 minus R. This is 90 degree, so 90 minus R, and therefore this is also R. Angle NAD is equal to R is equal to angle of incidence is equal to angle DCA. So BAC is equal to R. We geometry upon markers from proof clearly. So if this is R, this is 90 minus R because this total angle is 90 degree. So 90 minus R plus 90 plus this angle is equal to 180 degree, and therefore this angle is equal to R like this. So if you add this, then this is the exterior angle of the triangle like this. So we know these two angles. Now but to explain the phenomena of reflection of light means we have to explain the laws of refraction. Snell's law is the first law. The Snell's law के statement साठी आपल्याला I आणि R च्या व्हॅल्यू लागतील. So now in this triangle, in triangle ABC, what is sin of I? Sin of I is equal to BC upon AC. AC is a common. This is the question now. In triangle, आता खालचा triangle घेऊ आपण ADC. इथे sin of R ची व्हॅल्यू लिहिली आहे, हा अँगल 90 डिग्री. Sin of R is equal to AD upon AC. This is the equation second. So 1/2 joules. 1/2 joules. Sin of R upon sin of R is equal to BC upon AC. AC is a common hypotenuse divided by ED upon AC. AC will get cancelled. So this is equal to BC upon ED. This is equal to BC is equal to B1T. This is equal to B2 into T. So TT will get cancelled. And therefore sin of I upon sin of R is equal to V1 upon V2 only. This is equal to 3. But V1 upon V2 is equal to N is equal to refractive index. Upon refractive index ही definition गेल्या वर्षी बघितलेली. A refractive index of the medium is defined as the ratio of the speed of light in first medium to speed of light in the second medium. So V1 upon V2 is equal to a refractive index of denser medium with respect to air or with respect to rather medium like this. So sin of I upon sin of R is equal to N. This is equation 4. This is known as Snell's law. Snell's law of refraction. So by using the Huygens principle, we can prove the Snell's law. Sin of I upon sin of r is equal to refractive index n. So this is the use of Huygens principle. So the process is like this. So here we have considered a source at infinity. From this source we get the plane wavefront AB incident on the surface xy. xy is a plane refracting surface. It is a plane boundary between the two media, rarer medium and denser medium. Since there are two different media, therefore velocity of light, speed of light are different v1 and v2, like this. So when the wavefront touches the surface xy in the position AB, then A and B and all remaining points will receive the primary waves from the source at the same instant of time. They vibrate in the same phase. So when one primary wave traveling in this direction arrive at point A, the another primary wave arrives at point B. So this primary wave has to cover this extra distance from B to C, and therefore to cover the extra distance BC, it will take some time, and that time we have assumed as a t. So if t is a time taken by the incident wavefront to cover the distance BC in rarer medium with speed v1, then distance BC is equal to v1t. So this distance is v1t. फिगरमध्ये वाटलं आपण ॲड करू शकतो. So this distance is v1 into t. v1 into t. So in time t second, the primary wave will cover a distance v1 into t in the air medium, like this. Now, when the primary wave touches the surface xy at point C, the secondary wave from A will have covered a distance v2 into t, because time is same. So in time t second, primary wave cover a distance bc. In denser medium, the secondary wave will cover a distance v2 into t, because v2 is the speed of light in the denser medium. So in same time t second, time is same. In same time t second, each secondary wave from A will cover a distance v2 into t. So in our figure, this AD is equal to this is v2 into t. So AD is equal to v2 into t. So we have substituted this value of AD as a v2 t. We have shown in this figure also. Figure मध्ये हे distance दाखवलेच पाहिजे असं नाही आहे. So in same time t second, the secondary wave has covered a distance AD is equal to v2 into t, like this. Now we have to explain the phenomenon of refraction of light. Explain the phenomena of reflection law. Therefore, we have to prove the Snell's law, and for that purpose we have used this geometry. Draw a normal element to the surface xy. The normal is drawn in both the media, rarer medium as well as in denser medium. So angle between incident ray and normal is called as I. So PM is equal to I. So if this is I, this is also I. Reflection मध्ये आपण हे प्रूव्ह केलेलं आहे, लक्षात. So this angle is PAB is equal to 90 degree. This angle MAC is equal to 90 degree, like this. So I will give the proof in short, like this. Why this angle is I? So angle PAB is equal to angle MAC is equal to 90 degree. So PAB is equal to I plus angle MAB, and this MAC is equal to angle MAB plus angle BAC. So MAB will get cancelled, and therefore angle BAC is equal to I. So in this angle BAC is equal to I. पुन्हा आपण प्रूव्ह करू शकतो. आता हा खालचा ट्रायंगल घ्या. in triangle ADC, angle D plus angle DAC plus angle DCA is equal to 180 degree. So angle D is equal to 90 degree. Angle DAC, if this is R, this is 90 minus R plus angle DCA is equal to 180 degree. So 90 plus 90, 180 will get cancelled, and therefore angle DCA is equal to R. So this angle DCA is equal to R. So हे proof आपण reflection phenomena च्या वेळेस पण बघितलेलं आहे. So there are two values of I, there are two values of R shown in the figure. So if this is I, this is also I. If this is R, this is also R. Now this angle is 90 degree. Angle at B and angle at D are 90 degree, 90 degree. So this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So in this triangle we can use the value of sin of I. So in the triangle ABC in air medium, sin of I is equal to BC, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is C. In the lower triangle in denser medium, in triangle ADC, sin of R is equal to perpendicular AD upon hypotenuse AC. So hypotenuse AC will get cancelled. Therefore this is only BC upon AD. So sin of I upon sin of R is equal to BC upon AD. BC is equal to equation E. AD is equal to equation 2 V2 into T, and therefore sin of I upon sin of R is equal to V1 upon V2 3. So but V1 upon V2 is equal to N is equal to a refractive index of denser medium with respect to air, and it is constant. For a given denser medium it is constant. Therefore sin of I upon sin of R is equal to N is equal to constant. This is known as the Snell's law. Now this is the first law of a refraction. Now what are the remaining laws? The incident ray PA, normal MN and corresponding refracted ray AS, they are coplanar, they are in the plane of the blackboard. The figure मध्ये बघा, incident ray PA, normal AS and normal MN and refracted ray AS, they are in the same plane, they are coplanar, and therefore you can give the result like this. From figure, incident ray PA, normal MN and a refracted ray AS, the corresponding refracted ray AS are coplanar, they are in the plane of the blackboard, and therefore a refraction of light is proved by using the eigenvalue theory. A reflection of light is proved, is explained. So in this way we can explain the phenomena of a reflection of light. So reflection and refraction, both the phenomena can be explained by using the Huygens wave theory like this. The figure काढतानाची प्रोसिजर लक्षात ठेवा. First draw the wavefront AB, making an angle this nearly more than 60 degree with the surface xy. Then for the wavefront AB, draw the wave normal, rays of light, they are parallel. If the wavefront is plane, then wave normals are parallel. So PA and QC, they are parallel to each other and they are perpendicular to AB like this. So AB is a plane wavefront incident obliquely in the air medium and bounded between the two incident ray PA and QC. This wavefront is incident obliquely, so it is refracted through the denser medium like this. So when the wavefront AB touches the surface xy, according to the Huygens principle, the description is like this. According to the Huygens principle, A becomes secondary source of light. A becomes secondary source of light and emits the secondary waves in the denser medium. So primary waves are moving above the xy surface, with speed v1. Secondary waves are moving in the denser medium with speed v2. It is a denser medium, therefore v2 is less than v1. Fusio has suggested experiment and they show that in denser medium velocity is always less than in rarer medium. So if t is a time taken by the incident wavefront to move from B to C, then in same time t second, the secondary wave from A will cover a distance AD is equal to B2 into t. V2 and V1, they are like this. V2 is less than V1, therefore multiply both sides by t. So V2 into t is less than V1 into t. Therefore, when we use the Huygens construction, we have to take a point as the center and we have to draw the hemisphere in the denser medium with radius AD is equal to V2 into t, and V2 into t is less than V1 into t. Therefore, the radius of the circle must be less than BC. The radius of the semicircle. Figure मध्ये आपल्याला सर्कल दिसेल, तो प्रत्यक्षात तो स्पियर आहे तो. Then to determine the refracted wavefront in the denser medium, the procedure is like this. Draw a tangent through the point C. So CD is a tangent. This CD represents the refracted plane wavefront in the denser medium. इथे आता ही डेन्सर मीडियम मधली वेवफ्रंट जी त्याची विड्थ एअरपेक्षा जादा येईल, कारण आर लेस दॅन आय आहे तो. वी नो दॅट इन डेन्सर मीडियम द रेज ऑफ लाईट बेंड टुवर्ड द नॉर्मल, देअरफॉर आर इज ऑलवेज लेस दॅन आय, देअरफॉर सी डी इज मोर दॅन ए बी. तर सी डी आणि ए बी मधलं पण रिलेशन आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करताना लागणार आहे, नंतर आपण ते बघणारच आहोत. मग विड्थ इन denser medium is CD, width in rarer medium is AB, and they are related by cos of I and cos of R. इथे आपण साइन यूज केलं, तिथे आपल्याला कॉस यूज करावं लागतं. So in this way we can prove this phenomena of refraction of light. So this is the procedure. Draw normal MN. If this is angle of incidence I, this is also I. If this is angle of refraction, this is also angle of refraction. Then using the values of sine function in these two triangle, we get this ratio. So sin of I upon sin of R is equal to n is equal to constant like this. And incident ray PA, corresponding refracted ray AS and normal MN, they are coplanar, and therefore the phenomena of refraction of light can be proved like this. Now the same diagram is asked for labeling. So labeling can be given like this. So the labeling is given like this. Labeling XY is a plane or refracting surface separating the two media. V1 is equal to same point, speed of light, in rarer medium. V2 is equal to speed of light in denser medium. Mn is equal to normal to the surface XY. I is equal to angle PM is equal to angle BAC is equal to angle of incidence. दोन ठिकाणी अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स आपण फिगरमध्ये दाखवलेला आहे. अँगल आर इज इक्वल टू अँगल NAS इज इक्वल टू अँगल DCA. चेक करा फिगरमध्ये अँगल ऑफ रिफ्रॅक्शन, angle of refraction. AB is the incident plane wavefront. in air medium. CD is a refracted plane wavefront. Refracted plane wavefront. C is equal to, sorry, इथे आपण आता V1 and V2 symbol use केलेले. So these are the points of level. हे दोन पॉइंट जर ऍड झाले तर ए बी सी डी इन्सिडेंटली ऍड केलेले पी ए सी आर आर द इन्सिडेंट रेज of light. AS correspondingly and this is PA and QC. AS and CR. These are the refracted rays of light. So this is the labeling. So draw a label diagram showing the phenomena of reflection of light. So in that case we have to give the labeling like this. So now we are going to divide this chapter into the 3 or 4 parts. So first part is this. To decide the nature of the light, we have accepted dual nature. Then Huygens principle, use of Huygens principle to explain Huygens construction of spherical wavefront, plane wavefront, then reflection. So we have proved these two phenomena, reflection, refraction. So up to this first part. Second part is related with polarization. Third part is related with interference. And the fourth part is related with diffraction and phenomena of resolution, resolving power. असे 4 पार्ट आपण करत आहोत आणि मग त्यांचे प्रॉब्लेम पण तसेच आपण घेणार आहोत. सो फर्स्ट वी विल सी द प्रॉब्लेम. तर MCQ पैकी 2 प्रॉब्लेम फक्त या सेक्शनवर आहे. सो फर्स्ट पार्ट, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 MCQ, फर्स्ट MCQ, page number 184. So I will read the problem. Which of the following phenomena proves that light has a transverse nature? So polarization. Last time we have seen the last year we have seen the distinguishing factors between the sound waves and light waves. That is transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave cannot be polarized. Transverse wave can be polarized. So polarization is a distinguishing phenomena between the longitudinal wave and transverse wave. So the correct answer is the D. Polarization proves transverse nature of light. Transverse nature of light, and therefore D is correct. D is correct. Upon Maxwell's wave theory हा पण बघितला. Maxwell suggested that light travels in the form of transverse electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves can pass through vacuum, therefore no necessity to consider the existence of ether medium, and this Huygens wave theory was not able to explain the phenomena of refraction of light, but Maxwell theory can explain polarization, because transverse wave can be used to explain the phenomena of this polarization of light. Transverse nature is explained by this. Then second question, Which property of light does not change when it travels from one medium to another medium? So velocity changes when it goes from rarer to denser medium. Velocity decreases, amplitude also decreases, velocity decreases, therefore wavelength also decreases, but frequency remains same. So this is a very important property. It is applicable for sound waves as well as light waves. So second question: frequency of light waves remains same in all the media. Therefore, if f is equal to frequency of a light wave, frequency generated by f, then frequency in air is equal to frequency in water is equal to frequency in glass is equal to frequency in diamond is equal to frequency in glycerin is equal to frequency in any denser medium. And therefore frequency remains same, it means that D choice is correct. Therefore D is correct. So this is the two MCQs related with our theory part that we have completed. Now to this part we have completed. The related questions are question number 13 and 14, numerical problems. Numerical problems. Like this. Next time, first we will solve the numerical problem related with this part that we have completed up to the reflection, and then we will go for the remaining part of the chapter, and it is related with the phenomena of polarization of light. So please read through notes or chapter board book this portion related with the polarization. Okay, we will stop here.